guys. I think we're live.
I'm having a humph. She's making me press things when I shouldn't be pressing things.
Well, no, you're the one who said you'd press the wrong button.
No, that was something different. That was a different wrong button. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
We're back.
We are.
Some of us have got hairy back. But that's another story. So who have we got? We've got Hairy Back Man. Oops. We got Bill with Adrian, Kren and Roy Hat. So I'm just going to go down and show everyone off. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. You joined us again. It's been a 2-week break.
Yeah, it's been quite a while, isn't it?
Because these two,
We've been quite poorly.
they've been icky. There, like that.
Yeah.
And I've been left holding the fort.
Yes, literally.
Oh, and Dragon's here too.
Dragon's it. Dragon gets shown up as well. So there you go. I've got me mug. And she's got something new in a box. And I am dying to know what it is. She showed a box off on the Ko-fi live stream. Go on. There's the box.
This box.
And I want to know what's in it. So it's going to get... When's it going to be opened? Soon? Soon? Dave's in the house. Hi, Dave. She still won't show me a box. That sounds so wrong.
It does.
Later, she says, later.
Also right, depending on how you think about it.
So are you doing it, or are you just going to tease us all?
What, like that, you mean?
Oh, God, this is going to take all day. You know, they've got a weekend to get on with. They can't spend all day watching you open your box.
Fine, then. You might have to put the close-up cam on.
We're doing it. I'm doing it there. Look, close-up cam.
Ooh.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah.
What's in it? Oh, we got sound and everything. The box is slightly open. Story of her life, Dave.
No, can't open it.
It was going so well.
Yeah, but
Up until that point.
it's too well
Is
packaged.
it something for me?
No.
Is it something for Sub'r?
Oh, no, this is all me.
It's you, is it?
It's all for me.
Oh, no.
She got her own cup.
Roy has just guessed it. A box of spikes. What is it? Here's a cup.
It's a cup.
So what's so special about this then?
Fine.
God. No. We don't like spikes. This lot like spikes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to have to get my personalised.
But wait till you see what's on the other side.
I love it.
Yeah, that's me. When I see the other side of that cup, I like that. Yeah, good. Well played. That's it. You go back to you off close cam now.
Yeah,
that's
that
it.
was a shock because he didn't know
No.
that I'd ordered myself. Well, you've got your cup, so I wanted mine.
Dave got me my cup. Proud of that. Look at it. It's got plied in place.
Look, it works perfectly on camera.
And Dragon has noticed
Yeah.
a ball crusher on the table.
Yeah.
You are right.
And you dropped it.
Python from E-stim Systems, and we're going to have a chat about that in a minute. Once we finish chatting about
Spiky mug.
spiky mug.
I think Voltiana would like that.
I think
one as
Voltiana
well.
would like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, should we just go straight onto this now? Change the subject, because you're talking about spikes. And we don't
Well,
like
I'm not
spikes.
talking about spikes. I've just got a cup of spikes in front of me.
Yeah, we'll have to get some
You
one.
see what I've got to deal with?
So sort of, I can, because I drink sort of right-handed, but
good
then I can
point,
spin
Dave.
it round the other way, and I've got you running
You've got to do
down the road.
a Sub'r mug, you know?
Yeah,
That'd probably have restraints and stuff.
Eat word.
and duckies.
Probably lots of duckies. Yeah.
And make question ball.
Yeah. Evicted goldfish. So, it has been noticed. Dragon noticed the Python from E-stim Systems. Now, this is my one.
Yep, it really is his one.
We got to review one many years ago. E-stim Systems and Joanne stitched me up a kipper. Literally.
Voltiana wouldn't do that.
You see what Dave said?
Oh, weird.
He's looking for one. So we got sent this to review. Now I'm not a low hanger, sort of like halfway down the middle. But the sensations I got from this, I've never felt from any other electrode. It's weird. I don't know if you know it, but your two vegetables are moving constantly all the time, and you don't notice it because it's just one of those things. Clamp them in this bad boy, and suddenly you can feel it, and it's like, ooh,
Oh, yeah.
what is that?
I'm going to have to interrupt for a minute.
Yeah,
Read what Dragon's
Dragon
written.
said, we're going to need you to make safe integrate ball crusher. Out.
Out.
That's it. You're out.
There's always one.
Yep, there's always one. Drags it down to the lowest common denominator, which is normally me.
I like it.
So yeah, it's a bipolar electrode. 2 gold-plated strips in the middle, which is a PCB that's sandwiched in there. Takes 4mm banana plugs, and it's simply a case of undoing the knobs, opening it up, and sandwiching whatever you need sandwiching in the middle. Now,
me, your meat and 2 veg.
because I'm not a low hanger, I tend to sit about here. Now, the only problem I've got with this is when you tighten these 3 up, this plate tends to do that.
Yeah.
And it tends to push things out because you're using a bit of electrogel. So the solution to that for me was to put a bit of foam down the bottom. And that basically, as you were tightening it, it kept it flat and crushed everything and didn't try to kick everything out the top, much to mirth and merriment. The only other thing that's tricky with these is getting everything through that hole. And that looks like quite a large hole, but when you're trying to fit a Sunday lunch, your meat and 2 veg through there, it's a bit of a challenge, but worth persevering with. If you like the feeling of being compressed, coupled with E-stim, that delivers some unique sensations. But the biggest comment for me with that was you get to feel them moving, which is weird, in a nice way. So really, really good electrode. Not the cheapest electrode, but like everything from E-stim Systems, it's quality. Lifetime guarantee, made to last, but it's one of those niche electrodes. We stock them. We just sold out of them, actually. We need to get some more of E-stim Systems. We don't sell a lot of them because they are a niche product. But if you're looking for something for more BDSM sort of play, it's a nice option. They've also got the Viper 2, and obviously we've got our Crushers, but they have spikes on them as well. So it's like
string and sharp pull stunt cock.
String sharp pull, slam a door.
Yeah.
It's like pulling a tooth. So yeah, that's if you've never experienced something like that.
Bit of string around it.
I'd love to demonstrate it, but YouTube would probably put me in the naughty corner. Again, because I'm quite often in the naughty corner. So that's interesting. What else we got the new?
You thoroughly enjoyed playing with that.
I did. But I'd just like to state for the record, my nickname's Stunt Cock, not Stunt Balls. So, you stitched me up with that one.
You got sort of included in it.
It was,
But yes, we did stitch them up quite well.
Yeah, and Kaz stitched me up. And Kipper.
They did.
Can't take them anywhere. So,
well.
Oh yeah. Oh, go on. Girly stuff. Do it.
Girly stuff. We've got these back in stock again.
We have.
So.
Them like earplugs.
No, they're not earplugs.
Is that them Apple AirPods? No. Yeah.
But we've also got a newer version. So this one, as you can see, is a wee bit bigger.
Yeah.
So more surface area.
Yeah. It's got a sharp edge as well.
Bigger electrode.
That's what that's all about.
Yeah.
Different
Pointed
profile.
Easier insertion, but I also like the fact you've got a nice wide base on it.
Yeah, you can't.
It's harder for it to go in too deep.
You need a wide base on electrodes.
Yeah.
Not a lot else you can say about that, is there?
Not really.
I'm presuming that's a little bit smoother because it's a larger area.
Yeah.
And obviously
it's also rounded, whereas you notice this is a flat.
Yeah.
Whereas this one's got the domed.
Very nice. Didn't notice
bottom.
that. I was just imagining where it's going.
Of course you were.
This is what I do. Regularly.
It is what he does.
It is, yeah. So, are you showing your new thing?
What? The thing you put a teaser up on?
Yeah. They're in! E-stim Systems are in the house.
Hi, Valtiana.
Got banana, needs some plums as visual aids. It's the Berry Probe, yes, and it's Big Brother, the Biggie Berry Probe.
It is.
Yeah. When things tingle and quiver, a nice flange, just stop you sucking it in. Yeah, if you're ever using any backdoor play electrodes, make sure it's got a flange.
Yeah, definitely.
Make sure it's got a T-shape or something that's wider than the neck and the body.
Yeah.
You don't want to get it dragged in. No. Or wrap some dental floss around it and tighten a knot as belt and braces.
So you can get it out.
Yeah, if anything does get sucked in, you can then tie that dental floss to a door and slam that shut as well. Yeah. That's one way of doing it.
So E-stim Systems are in their office feeding their print farm.
Oh, yeah, they've got a farm.
Yeah, they've got a farm now.
They started off as like an allotment.
Now they've got
then they were crofters.
Yeah.
And now they've catching us up. They got a 3D print farm.
They got wild to catch up with us.
Yeah, and we've seen some of the stuff that they're making.
It looks amazing.
Watch and shoot, because they're going to be releasing some stuff soon that's fantastic. And we're like, damn it, why don't we think of that?
I'm sure Voltiana would like to see your cup.
Yeah, show the cup.
Show the cup.
Spikes.
Oh, that's not the best bit.
And it's got me running. Let's do close up for Voltiana.
Run.
So, yeah, spikes.
Spikes. Run.
And me doing one down the road.
Run, stop, cut, run.
Swastika man.
Yeah.
Run away. So there you go, Voltiana. You need one of them now. What we got?
Ooh, E-stim Systems printing spikes for personal projects.
Oh. And Dragon, a very similar electrode, sold as a butt plug electrode by Electrostin, but its base is too small. That's when I have it going.
So not
Yeah, there was a E-stim one.
Yeah.
That has a silicon base that's very flexible.
Yeah.
And we know someone that actually had that sucked in. So be very careful what you're using and make sure it's got a solid base. Or tie something to it.
Yeah.
Belt and braces. Although probably not your belt, it's a bit wide. But each to their own.
Depends.
So you're doing spiky personal projects.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I like smooth personal projects. And I've got one that I'm going to show you in a minute.
It's boring.
No, it's not boring. This is good.
No, I said you're boring.
I am.
Because you don't like spikes.
No, definitely don't like spikes. So yeah, you've just missed us chatting about that.
Well,
Yeah.
they'll show,
you-
they'll show us later. What they've been up
Kaz
to.
and Joe stitched me up a cropper with that.
Yeah.
So that's good. We've also stocked another new electrode from E-stim Systems.
Ooh.
Yeah, we are.
Now,
I
one
would
of
say a
the...
little product. I'd say quite
I wonder
a
if
big
that's.
product.
I wonder if that's the same product.
It might be the same
from
product,
E-stim.
yeah. Joe and Rachel, well, I don't know, they're better. You know,
Yes.
looking pretty good to me. Yeah, she's still a bit icky on the end.
I was just coming and hang out with you guys.
Yeah,
so.
she missed the attention, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, little diva. Little diva.
I'm not a diva.
No. So we always try and increase the range of products that we're stocking.
Yeah, we do.
And this last order we got in from E-stim Systems, thank you very much for her little box.
Thank you.
You made a day.
It made us laugh this morning
yeah.
when I opened it.
One of the restraints we have on shipping is packages we send out have got to be under 2 kilogram because of Royal Mail. That's who we deal with.
Total weight.
Total weight, including the box and the packaging material. So if we get really heavy orders, we have to ship them in multiple boxes, which costs us an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
So there's a limit to the weight of things that we're going to be stocking. And this is probably one of the biggest that we're going to be stocking.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can see that, get it right way up.
What's
It's the stuffer.
Oh,
It's a good
definitely,
name for
yeah.
it.
It's definitely a good name
a very good
for
name
it.
for it. As a size comparison,
Here's the motor.
here's a Mona we prepared earlier because we've lost our Mona.
Say nothing.
So there's a Mona, and that is a fantastic electrode. You get that out. I'm going to refresh the chat because it's doing its normal YouTube
I
thing.
literally was like, oh.
And this,
I know it's not the decimator.
you need to decimate just to have it on show.
We do. We were talking
Just
about
catching
that
up with
earlier.
you.
weren't
Banana
we?
looks depressed. Banana's had me for a week without these two. I'd be depressed.
2 weeks.
Or is it deflated?
Well, she's lost an eye, so.
She's-
Yeah, I had about a rough,
Aye, aye.
rough day.
And we need a decimator just to have it on show. We end up with this bending even lower.
Well, Tiana, yes, you're right. It is in somebody's toy box.
It's
It
in
is,
my
yeah.
toolbox.
So anyway, getting back to the topic at hand, that's the Mona,
Yeah.
which is probably one of our most popular sellers, and it's an electrode that we love. It's,
Yeah.
Can't recommend those enough.
Yeah.
And that's the stuffer.
Bit of a difference.
And you can, should we do?
Just a little bit.
Oh, get him in the middle. You can see why it's called the stuffer, because that is a hell of a difference in girth.
Oh, yeah.
If you want something girthy, then this is definitely...
I think it should come with a lump hammer.
No, have we got the triple up there?
We have got the triple. That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, it's quite...
There's a triple.
Wow. That's,
So
is
it's
that the medium
bigger than the
triple?
medium triple, yeah. You lay them down. Get the noise. Dink. Clunk. Clunk. It's a big boy.
Yeah. It's not one to mess about with.
No. Bipolar. Easy to strip down and put back together and clean. And like all E-stim Systems electrodes, a lifetime warranty on it, which is
Always amazing.
Amazing. It's what you get. When you buy an electrode from E-stim Systems, you're getting quality.
Well, that just shows
because
what company does lifetime guarantee nowadays.
Not many.
No.
Because they make stuff in-house, they've got complete control over quality, which is why they can give themselves a lifetime guarantee. So the stuffer, if you want one, we've only got one because the shelves are starting to do that at the moment.
I've had to reinforce it.
To reinforce it, yeah. So yeah, if you're into that sort of thing, it's certainly worth looking at. But you're going to need a big control box to drive that. Something like a 2B with a power supply and a portable generator.
Yeah, just so you can actually make sure you can feel it.
I've lost again. We try.
The stuff is actually quite popular.
E-stim Tristan. It's a different E-stim one that we were talking about. But yeah, they tend to use the silicon for the bases, and I don't trust them at all. It's one of those things. And Dave would definitely give the stuffer a go.
That's not surprising.
Hat off to you, Dave. Yeah, I'm impressed. And Dragon, it doesn't have a flexible base, by the way. It's a plastic base, but the diameter is just too small for butt use, in my opinion. Yeah. As Dragon just said there, you need something that's going to stop anything get sucked in, because those muscles are really, really strong.
They will pull it in.
Yeah. And the stuffer is quite popular.
Yeah. So we might have to get some more. Have to reinforce them shelves.
We're going to have to get a plank of wood under the middle or something like that, and Dave's got the medium triple. The triples are fantastic electrodes.
You've got 3 electrodes in one.
You don't have to use them all.
No.
You can use any of them in all sorts of different combinations. Really, really good. If you haven't checked them out, check them out on our website or the E-stim Systems website and see how that goes.
And they are amazing.
Yeah. So are you going to talk about your little thing?
What do you mean, thing I've been holding for ages? And
I'm
kept
just
going off on topic.
Yeah, we can get away.
That's what I do. I'm the gobby one.
This is the little gadget that somebody put on our Twitter feed without telling me the other day.
Oops.
As a little teaser. And I believe someone actually worked it out.
Someone did. Yeah. The second picture we put up was all blurred and all the rest of it, and they worked out what it was. So what is it? Is
he carrying handle for the Jet Set Willy?
I like that. That's good. One of the questions we get asked about the Jet Set Willy is, how does it stay on? Now, if you've got the right size, and that's why we do a sizing set, some electrogel on the inside, and it will hold itself on with suction. But if you change girth, if you're a grower and shrinker, obviously you run the risk of it dropping off. So you can put a condom over the top, you can put a strap around it, or some cohesive bandage. But what Joanne's come out with, using TPU, hat off to E-stim Systems, because they give us the point on that, because they've been experimenting with a material called TPU, which is flexible. She's come up with this. So it clips in place and allows you to use a strap around the shaft, which is pretty ingenious.
So literally that easy, and it holds it on.
Yeah, which is pretty damn good. The problem is we've got to make them in 5 different sizes, because the size of the different heads
of the backpack.
Yeah, the backpack is in a different place. So we're looking at getting those on the shelf by about Wednesday next week, in black and yellow. So let us know in the comments down below. I'm doing that YouTube thing.
You do that YouTube?
I'm doing that YouTube thing.
Oh, wow.
Let us know in the comments down below. Do you prefer yellow or black? Like and subscribe and all that.
Have you got
I've got a button.
For that,
I've got a button. I've lost where it is because I never use it.
No, not that one. Says you need more printers. We do need more printers.
Look at that.
And so do we.
So do we. Do yeah. We are.
No,
they
need more printers.
We might be getting another printer that you haven't got.
Currently just waiting for
Keeping up with
trembler harness to arrive that I ordered on eBay.
Trembler harness.
Yeah, it's going to be delivered from now until 8:50. So keep an eye on the tracking info.
Very nice. Very nice, Dragon. In fact, while you're talking about the trembler. This is suspense. Can you build the suspense up with you?
Okay, we'll build the suspense up for you. Oh, I know.
We got sent something. Well, he got sent something special
in a part.
Got one.
What's your address?
Got one.
Yeah, just don't show everybody our address.
Well, yeah.
So we're gonna have to have a go at that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my job. Because I'm Stunt Cock.
Well, yeah.
So
and while you're doing that, we can have you actually on the bull crushers.
No.
At the same time.
No. Yeah. E-stim Systems are getting into 3D printing.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
And the stuff that they're producing is fantastic. And we know a thing or two about 3D printing.
Well, we know a bit.
But yeah, the things they're working on and the concepts that they're mulling about, we're not going to explain
Joanne
anything.
says, as you think you come with spikes.
No, but her cup has. Yeah, we're not going to say what they've been making, but
Yeah.
trust me, next few months,
It's going to be very interesting.
it's going to be very interesting. I've been
Very
doing some
interesting.
TPU printing as well.
Yeah. Oh, are you going to show
Some
off?
personal TPU printing.
He's so excited, bless him.
What are you picking up next Friday?
On Friday,
The
I pick
13th.
up Stimmy Bago. That's what I called it.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, what could go
What
wrong?
could go wrong?
That's my office there on the right. That's Rachel's office at the back there. And that's the clean-up facility afterwards. There you go. So yeah, I'm getting a motorhome. And I've called it Stimmy Bago.
And of course we might have to...
So of course,
it.
I've made myself a key tag for it.
Go and show them.
Are we going to...
Yeah, you're going to show them.
This is so cheesy.
It's that sums up the Zappy Bago.
That's Stimmy Bago's key tag.
I guess who's on the end?
Well, it's not me, because it's not got a beard. So yeah, that's... I'm a little bit excited.
Just a
I
tag.
came into the office this morning. It's like, oh, I've got something to show you. I've got something to show you.
So cheesy. I do cheese like cheddar.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
So yeah, we'll pick that up on Friday. So that'll be good. What
Ooh,
we got?
Stimmy Bagel looks good.
Stimmy Bagel. Stimmy Bagel. Oh, we could do some bagels in it.
Oh, you can get some bagels. Should we give
You have
them the
upgraded
discount
to new.
code?
Yeah, it's a new version.
You've upgraded. You have the upgraded new.
New version.
Yeah.
Not even out of the box yet. That's
No.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
We got to do some unboxing videos and all the rest of it, and then
Yeah.
Rope will probably be involved, and we'll see how it works. So, are you going to do a discount code?
Yeah, let's do discount code.
That's her department.
I thought the ropes. Oh yeah, rope involved.
No.
Because that way we can get spikes
No.
out.
Whoop, whoop.
No. Now, if only there was a real Winnie Bago. Yeah. Pretty hard to get over here in the UK. And
He doesn't.
too big. Go on then. Do you think?
And Voltiana says, "Does that mean the van's goodbye to the van?"
No, I'm keeping the
No,
van.
we
No,
can't
he,
go
he
to the
won't.
van.
He won't separate from that van.
My van's called Fufu.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun in
And
Fufu.
we've had a lot of good memories in Fufu. That's all we're going to say. So this week's discount code is we're back 5.
That's good, isn't it? But shouldn't it be 3?
He made that up.
Shouldn't it be 3?
Well, you made it up.
No, my fault. It's always my
Yeah.
fault. So yeah,
So that gives you 5% off in all both of our stores.
Have you seen Cren's comment?
I'm going to go. This is me goodbye the van. Other camper vans have 240 and 12-watt system. Only yours will have 12-watt.
I can have generator on.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
gets
you're
picked up
right.
next Friday, and by Friday evening it's going to be full of E-stim kit.
Yeah, and bondage.
Stimmy Bago. It's got its name tag to look up to. And we might even have some stickers coming for the side of it. It says Stimmy Bago.
No, we're not.
And E-stim systems have said 15 gallons
To the mile. Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
lube we're talking about. That's E-stim Systems Electrogel. It runs off Electrogel.
It does. Perfect.
Yeah, it's fun, it's only money. I've
So we
got
might
them
have
now.
to test it out and maybe go on a few trips.
Yeah, we're going to have some trips. So that's good. So that's me done. Oh, yeah, I was only here to talk about Stimmy Bago. Stimmy Bago. That cheesy.
Very cheesy. Sounds like
No.
something out to
No. Right, should we do some questions then?
Yeah, it's just a question.
I've got a button. Let me press my button. There you go. Now it's official. You can
There's
do it.
lots of questions.
Yeah, he's
can do
already
it.
talking about 3D printers inside the van.
I have covered.
He's saying how many he can get in the
I
boot.
reckon I can get 4 in the boot. Yeah, I have mentioned that and got poo-pooed.
Yeah.
Sulk in there. Oh, a little one.
Yeah.
Oh, she got a little one. What?
Who makes the best electrodes?
We do.
We do.
Of course we
I
do.
might have slipped that one in there actually. That might be one that I just like.
After us,
put in there.
After us, of course, it's E-stim Systems.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. If I had to honestly say who makes the best electrodes,
E-stim Systems.
these guys, E-stim Systems. They make some amazing stuff.
Yeah.
We make some good stuff,
We do.
but they make some amazing stuff.
We do. We offer a lifetime
She grabs the
guarantee.
ball crusher. Yeah, it's getting. Don't! I'm in trouble. They do things to me. I like it. So anyway, that might have been slipped in the pot by me. But we have got some more questions, haven't we?
We have.
Some real ones. That's a biggie.
That is a biggie.
Am I reading that one out?
Yeah, I might need you to
I'm
read
gonna
that
read
one
that
out.
Put me gigs on. Have you ever been at a club, event, party or some other public occasion and watched someone do something you consider so dangerous that you wanted to or did step in to say something?
Ooh, well,
Say, for example, someone running electrodes nipple to nipple across the heart.
I've never seen anything like that.
I have. I have been in a play space and I've seen someone doing that exact thing that was mentioned in there. A monopole pad and a monopole pad. And normally I won't get involved with someone else's scene, but I did say something because, you know, you've got to spread advice and good advice, and safety is something that you can't just turn your back on.
You know.
You can do nipple play, but you've got to do it right.
Yeah.
And you've got to understand the risks. And they just didn't have a clue.
I know exactly which thing you mean because I was with you.
Yeah,
so,
it's someone with a Chinese box that they got off AliExpress or whatever.
So it wasn't even like it was like a pebble or, you know.
But half of it is advertising.
Yeah.
Because you see a lot of these little things and you'll see a picture of a pad there and a pad there.
Yeah.
And people
That's
just assume that's the way you use it.
Yeah.
And it's really, really dangerous, especially to be buying from some of the cheaper sites that are out there. Blink twice if you're held against your will.
Oh, ring 999.
That's 2.5. I give them 2.5 then. See, they're picking on me again.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
Anyway, I've done that one. What's next?
He's very ticklish like that.
I am. In a Domley way.
My conductive rubber loops feel tingly and the sensation seems to be on one side. Are they worn out? I would say yes. If they're worn out and only working on one side, then the carbon on the other side is not working anymore.
Also, double check where the lube is.
Yeah, just check where the lube is. If it's silicone, then it's
Conductive rubber.
insulated.
Use electrogel.
Yeah.
Some people say, "Oh, I don't use it." Well, that's great, but using electrogel increases the surface area. It reduces air gaps and is better for you. If you haven't got electrogel water-based lube, but never use any silicone-based lube.
No.
Or hybrid lubes because they will damage the CI. If you're only feeling it on one side, it's because the resistance is so high.
Yeah.
The energy is going into your body at one side, and that's because it's been stretched and aged, and the conductive elements are no longer touching.
Carbon's broken.
So, they wear out.
Yeah.
Conductive rubber is one of those materials that has a lifespan.
Yeah.
The more you use it and the more you rough play with it,
you need to look after it.
the less it will last.
Yeah.
A little bit like the sticky pads.
A little bit like sticky pads.
they're the same.
They're the
Consider
same.
them disposable items.
Yeah.
Let me just refresh my chat.
Nothing new.
You're quiet.
I'm still blinking twice. See? That's one blinking. Hopefully that covers that one. What will next then?
Don't worry, we'll put your blindfold on.
Yeah, everything was better with a blindfold.
Well, you
I
can't
might
blink
need
then.
you to
Am I reading that one as well?
Oh, wow.
Big
Big one.
I think this is from Dragon. Do you ever find yourself watching clips featuring E-stim and either fact checking them on the stuff, laughing at how badly they're doing it, or just touching to yourself and wanting to take over because they clearly got no idea? I work in IT, and as such, a common meme is see hacking in films and TV shows, that there is an entire Reddit channel set up for tearing into bits. Yeah, I've seen the hacking ones where you got two people on the same keyboard.
I was just about to say that's been hysterical.
That always makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're not even in IT in that regard. But
When you're watching like E-stim videos online, you can quite often spot the actresses
Yes.
or actors
If
because
they're real or not.
whether it's real or not,
Yeah.
because it's blatantly
And the amount of
obvious.
times we've literally wet ourselves laughing because
It's
Yeah.
quite
it's been
funny.
that cheesy and that
Yeah.
unreal. It's like,
But I mean, you see it all the time with online videos.
Yeah.
When we go to play events, we spend more time showing people how to do things,
educating people.
passing off, good advice and all the rest of it, best practice. So we don't tend to see it in the real world because we're just showing people how to do things and all the rest of it. But yeah, in videos we see a lot of that, and it is quite funny. Wasn't mine, but it could have been mine. Who was it then? Might have been Kren then. It was Kren, because I remember the email that we printed out because it was like that long, and then she sat there with scissors. So hopefully, I think that's covered that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. If not, they'll tell us.
But yeah, there are some terrible things out there. But
Yeah.
it's-
Play events should be fun, not work. Yeah.
Yeah, they should.
Absolutely, and we do have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I get a lot of enjoyment about educating people and passing on good advice.
Well, that's what you...
And then you say, well, do you want to buy one?
And here's the store you can go to.
Here's where you can go and get one.
No,
we don't do that.
He doesn't.
No, we don't. But that's a good idea,
It is
isn't it?
good sort of to let people
No,
know
we have
more.
our own play events as well.
Yeah. We have our downtime.
We have fun.
We need our downtime.
Bit of E-stim, bit of all at one play. Bit of rope. Impact play.
Bit of BDSM.
Yeah. And McFlurry on the way home. Gotta be McFlurry on the way home.
Can't be McFlurry on the way home.
So this is a little bit of play. This is your one, is it?
Yeah.
A little one.
How many control boxes do we have between the three of us?
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Oh, give me socks off.
Right. Well.
No, 2 series ones.
Yeah.
2 pebbles.
Yeah.
That's 4.
Yeah.
Helix.
Yeah.
2B.
2 remotes.
We've got 2 remotes. We've got the old one and the new one.
Yeah.
We got a MK312. We got a Micro 312. We got a DG Lab Coyote 2, a Coyote 3, an EM60, an Axis. I can't left that one up first. I think that's it.
A box from E-stim Systems.
Only A box. So that's 15.
And there's probably more. But we can't
15
think of.
off the top of my head.
Yeah.
2.
Some would say too many, but not, because one of them's round her house with the Mona.
And one's
One was the bedside cabinet.
yeah. They're on loan.
Yeah, we're lucky.
We are very lucky.
Because we're product reviewers. We tend to get sent a lot of stuff, which is
But a lot of them we bought as well.
we've bought a lot of stuff, but we have been sent a lot of stuff to review.
Yeah.
And we're quite aware that we got pretty lucky.
So E-stim Systems, if you've got anything with spikes you'd like somebody to review,
No.
yes, please.
Yeah, wait. Where's my bleep button? Right, every time you open your mouth, you're getting bleep now. No, we don't leave spikes or Lego. We don't do Lego shapes either.
No.
So yeah, we've got too many boxes, but it's
Not
nice to
enough.
have boxes because we can compare different boxes and different electrodes with different boxes because they all feel different, which is a good thing.
Okay, so the Beat Princess.
Brat Princess stuff.
Brat Princess, sorry.
Stim and the Venus 2K stuff. It's damn hilarious. Yeah. I'm not going to say much more than that, but yeah, you are absolutely right with that. Some of the stuff you see online is just cringeworthy and hilarious, but the stuff that's done well is really good.
Yeah.
There's a massive difference between the two.
So read Friends first. That wasn't
That
long.
wasn't long. You see my version of the Stampy Pant Rants on FetLife.
Now read the E-stim Systems one.
Currently just spiked. There's nothing wrong with a good Stampy Pants rant.
No, I thought you were going to say with a good spike though.
No. See, we've got a button for Stampy Pant rants.
Yeah, he loves his Stampy Pant rants.
When I start going off on one, but I've been in a good mood this week.
If no Lego,
We've
how
got
about
Stimmy Bago coming. Sticklebricks.
No, they don't work.
Or Duplo.
Yeah.
Not the Duplo.
Not the Duplo.
No, we have made some crush plates with Lego-like surfaces. Because you know what it's like when you stand on it. You can imagine what it's like on your vegetables.
Stickle bricks, I think, because stickle bricks are softer though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stainless steel stickle bricks. That would be the one. That would work.
Oh, just imagine that with the crush plate having spikes on it.
No, I don't want to imagine that because I want to sleep tonight. And that is not good. I agree. She is sick. And Lego will be after you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lego-ish. Lego-ish. Next question so we don't get sued. Quickly. Lawyers are onto us. Cease and desist.
The Lego was his idea. Lego shape.
Has there ever been a toy that you really wanted to play with but have never had the opportunity?
Ooh.
Now that's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a really good one.
PlayStation 5?
No,
Wrong type of toy.
Oh, right, a different type of toy.
Wrong type of toy, I think.
Did he move to Bunny?
The buck.
Yeah.
Yeah, for you, you'd like the buck. We had a buck coming to us.
It literally made it into
It made it into the UK and I got turned around by Border Force.
Yeah.
I was not happy that day.
Basically, customs decided they didn't believe the actual figure and they
The value, yeah, so they turned it round.
Yeah.
I was not happy that day.
No, that was good. Sticker bricks, lots of spikes. Toy that you'd like to try but you haven't tried. I would have said the new Trembler.
But you've got it.
but you've got it.
We've
So
got that
it's
now.
rubbing off
Yeah,
now.
because I've tried the Venus, really nice. We got a pre-production trembler.
Yeah.
We got sent one before we even released it.
Many years ago.
And we ended up with a list of 30 things that needed sorting out. And credit to them, they tackled everything that we said.
Yeah.
But we've not seen the production version, and we've certainly not seen the new version. So I'm really looking forward to, I was going to say getting stuck into that. But, I need to be careful how I phrase
That'd be an
things.
interesting trip to A&E.
It would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to get stuck in it. That's definitely not. So yeah, that's for me. What about you?
I honestly can't think of anything at the moment.
Because we're spoiled.
We are spoiled.
Because we review a lot of toys, we pretty much ticked everything off that we want to play with.
Oh, there'll be loads of things out there. I just can't think of them at this time.
It's like, oh, the camera, can't think. Which is about right, isn't it?
Yeah, normally.
Anyway, moving on.
Last question.
Before we incriminate ourselves.
Rota Bunny Buck.
Yeah.
Motor Money Buck.
That was annoying.
Yeah, just because they misquoted the value on the invoice.
I want to start E-stim as I've never seen a few videos, but it all seems to be very confusing. If you have to give me one piece of advice, what would it be?
Does it say the male or female?
No, it just says if you could give me one piece of advice.
Yeah.
I'd say do your homework, do your research, don't rush into it.
Don't rely on videos.
Don't rely on
No.
videos. Go and see your different brands, what they have to offer, and make sure you get good quality items.
You?
About the same. Sort of, it's take your time. Learn it.
Enjoy it.
My biggest piece of advice, which two really, get good kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't cheap out on a cheap Chinese box that costs you $17
Because you won't. It won't feel right.
You won't get the benefit
No.
of what E-stim can deliver to you. But the biggest bit of advice is Electrogel is your friend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Never have too much electric
If
gel.
you're not using Electrogel, water-based lube, good quality stuff. We use the Electrogel from E-stim Systems. Absolutely superb stuff. There's other brands available. There's the Parker Spectrogel.
Yeah.
There's lots of other conductive lubes you can use, but use something. Yeah, don't just stick a bare electrode against your skin because you're not going to get the most out of it. So Electrogel is your friend. But yeah, what these two said, do your research. Yeah. If you've seen a video that's really got you interested, it might be one of them ones that we laugh at. So, be careful what you're watching and do your research.
Do your homework.
Do your homework. Dragon.
That's not what I'm laughing at.
Just saw on the Mouse Tech Discord, they're almost done with the add-on board for the OG Trembler to make them compatible with the Edge-O-Matic 3K. That'd be interesting. Yeah, the Edge-O-Matic stuff is pretty good. Mouse Tech, they come to the Deep Throat Trainer's fun as well.
It is.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's the
Just
next one I was smiling about.
And Roy Hat, Joanne, how about reviewing a spike cage? No, we don't want to do that. She's on about designing one, which is like, no, don't do that. I'm out of here. When I'm spikes.
It's a heart ruin, isn't it?
Voltiana's come up with a good bit of advice. Start slowly, take it one step at a time.
That's coming from Voltiana, so...
And the other thing is, stick with one channel.
Yeah.
When you're starting out.
Yeah.
Don't
Keep it
buy the most
simple.
expensive box in the world. Keep it simple. Keep it cheap because it might not be for you. But stick with one channel. And the reason is it can get a little bit confusing when you're doing two sets of controls as to what's affecting the feeling you're feeling wherever.
Yeah.
Do your homework.
One channel.
Make it simple and get good quality kit.
And then get good quality kit,
You can buy a 2-channel box, but
Yeah,
just
just
use one channel.
Yeah,
of
that's what
it.
I'm
You don't
saying.
have to use both.
And then when you've got more experience,
Stick to
then
a set of
introduce
pads
second
or a
channel.
bipolar insert ball or 2 loops. Keep it simple because that allows your brain to understand what's going on. And don't expect miracles on your first session
No.
because it can take a little bit of while for your brain to learn how to interpret sensations because it's like nothing else you've felt before. So don't be discouraged if you're not painting a ceiling on your first session. There's a picture in your head now, isn't there?
Yeah.
You're going to need counselling and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that all our questions?
Yeah.
Well, sort of.
Does that mean the goldfish can go back in the bowl
Yeah,
now?
you can move back
He's
in
gasping
now.
over there.
The Dragon's come up with a nice one.
Yeah. I would love to Joanne to design a spiked chastity cage with integrated E-stim because the ones available at the moment are pretty shit. We're going to fall out. Yeah. We've entered that phase of the conversation.
I'm out of here.
Run away.
Run, Forrest.
The problem with designing things like chastity cages is how do you physically produce them?
Yeah.
Most of the all the printers that we have, you've got to have a flat surface to adhere to a print bed.
And what do
then
you
you
need for
produce an object on top of that flat surface.
Yeah.
How things are orientated really affect the strength because you're looking layer lines. So that has to be thought about in your design process. And a lot of things like cock cages are very organic designs. You don't want hexagonal shapes, square shapes, flat shapes.
No.
It doesn't really fit in with that design. If we design something, we'd have to look at getting it manufactured elsewhere using processes like SLS, laser sintering, where we can get organic shapes produced. But that gets really expensive because we're talking low volume runs of things. You can't go out and buy 10,000. A, because we can't afford to buy 10,000.
No.
And B, we'd never sell 10,000. So designing stuff for production is really hard and really expensive. And that's just before the skills required to design it.
Yeah.
It's like over this end of the table.
Dragon's added a few comments after that.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be spiked per se, but the spiked and non-spiked versions, yeah. I like the non-spiked version.
Of course you do.
I like that, yeah.
You can 3D
you can
print
3D
them. Well,
print
you've already answered
Yeah,
that.
the Cobra and Cherry cages. Yeah, those are printed in one or two ways. They're either on a resin printer and then post-processed, or they're SLS in nylon and post-processed. I think they're SLS in nylon.
Yeah.
That requires some very expensive machinery and a lot of processing with some really nasty chemicals. The chemicals used to dissolve the surface of a nylon print to make it glossy and smooth is not the sort of thing that we're going to be having in our little workshop. Because
No need to think about our health as well as
health and safety,
yeah.
there's no way we could do that.
Costings
safely.
and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And room.
That's a company that produce cock cages. That's all they do. They design them, they manufacture them in bulk, and they've got the machinery themselves, or they subcontract out and get those made.
Yeah. Again, when they're getting them done in bulk.
For us, that's taking what we do and going on a 90-degree and doing something completely different. And that's very difficult for us to pivot like that. Something we are looking at, but time scale and how good they're going to be.
Yeah.
I don't think we could compete with companies that are doing that.
Yeah.
And that's all they do because that's their specialism.
That's all they do.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
However, things like the E-stim cages, we've identified as, I can't say a problem because they'll sue me, but there's something that can be improved about them.
Yeah, let's say that,
and in the process of improving that particular part, we could turn it into an electrode as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are looking at a complementary thing that can be used in those style of cages that can turn it into an electrode, not relying on the little conductive rubber inserts, but using stainless steel. So that's something that is on the drawing boards. How long that's going to take?
It might be a while.
It's going to be a while because there's a lot to do.
It will be a while.
It will be. I mean,
be a while.
the problem we have with stainless steel stuff, we can design it. We can't print it here. We have to send away to have another company make it.
Yeah.
And then it comes back and you can measure it and try it and go, we need to tweak it.
So then you have to send it back.
Yeah.
And then you've got to send it away again. It gets very expensive very quickly, but also the time scale, it's a very open-ended process. So we are working on that sort of stuff. We certainly can't promise a date. You mean the seam spit out your equipment, or do you not have the laser weld seam anymore? We can't do laser sintering in-house. We are purely FDM, which is fuel deposition modeling, which is plastics.
Yeah.
We can do plastics up to TPU, ABS, some polycarbonate. We can do that sort of thing, but we can't do laser sintering. We have to get that done elsewhere.
Do resin printing.
Yeah, I mean those machines are upward of £100,000 for a cheap, crappy one, up to about £500,000. There's no way we can do that in our business model. If we have a business model, it can be akin to an airfix model aeroplane.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do what we do well, but doing something like that is a complete switch, and it's got massive risk. So it's something that we're cautiously looking at. So that's that. Has anyone got any other things from the floor?
Oh, there you go.
No, I mean the public enemy ones, does it still have the laser weld seams in the middle? There is a seam. It's quite an obvious seam. it's the way they do it. You know, they're making it in 2 shells and fusing it together. The seam can be dealt with a bit of wet and dry emery cloth. The part we're talking about is something you use during assembly that's very, very weak. And we can do something better, we think.
Yeah.
We hope. More on that later when we get something off the ground. But yeah, actually designing cock cages, just the number of different sizes you've got to have in girth, length, designs. It's something that we can't really do in-house, but we are looking at doing something on an E-stim side. So there you go. Because you had one to review, right? No, we haven't reviewed one.
No, we haven't.
No, we had some on the shelf that have gone off the shelf now. And we're not sure if we're going to get them back in again because of the problem with this part. Someone had a problem, and then basically you can't buy this part on its own. You've got to buy a whole new one, which is absolutely ridiculous as far as I'm concerned.
We only like selling good quality products.
So we're looking at something that can be used as an addition to improve something, which is what we like to do as well.
Yeah, so I have the old CB.
Okay, and it's split on me. Yeah, we've heard quite a few people with problems with them splitting.
Yeah.
Scar my equipment from that.
Ooh.
Yeah, not good. I know there's a company in America that makes SLS cages in nylon that go through a chemical treatment process similar to the ABS vapor smoothing that we do. So it gives an injection molded look. Those are going to be a lot safer because they are one solid object. They're not something that's been glued together or fused together using whatever means. So yeah, I'd be wary about that myself, especially if it's giving you an injury.
Yeah.
That's not good at all.
That's not good.
Which from our perspective, we've got to bear that in mind when we design things, because you're liable. You know, you design something and it hurts someone, you know, it could come back on you and bite you in the backside.
Yeah.
Big teeth, like crocodile teeth like that. Do you like that? That was good. Right, let me just refresh this.
Nothing new.
Nothing new. So I think we're going to, what's the time we got? 47 minutes.
Wow.
How did we talk about 47 minutes about this?
And a goldfish bowl.
Show him it again. That's her on the end. Just in case you hadn't worked out, it's not me. So that is us for another week.
It is.
Yeah.
We are going to be back next week. We're not quite ready for doing live streaming from Stimmy-Bago.
No, like from
so we might have to do it from here.
So apparently it doesn't look that bad. It's just a white spot where it cut me open. It's still that must
quite
have hurt
scary as well.
Yeah.
Because you probably get a lot of blood from that sort of area. So
yeah, we from you live from Stimmy-Bago.
Yeah, live from back to the studio.
Yeah.
Joanne there going, can't take it anywhere. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. We've enjoyed it. It's been nice to be back here again, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like dead stressful. But good. I'm off. I'm out of here.
Yeah, we're out of here.
Hopefully we'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in and devoting some of your precious Saturday time to us.
Yeah.
Don't know why anyone ever does that. But
No.
they do. We enjoy it. So stay safe, play safe.
And have lots of fun.
And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.